I was just the best friend, the one who stood by, the brother he chose. Then, in the echoing silence of his absence, I became the only one left, and a promise whispered at a graveside reshaped my entire world, blurring lines I never thought I'd approach. Welcome to Hidden Love Stories. Sometimes, the most profound love stories aren't explosive passions, but quiet acts of devotion that rise from the ashes of loss. Today, we explore a journey of unwavering loyalty, grief, and the unexpected ways a family can be remade. Can a best friend's promise truly fill the void left by a soulmate? If you believe in the enduring power of love and commitment in all its forms, let us know. Your subscription and likes empower us to share more narratives that challenge and move the heart. My name's Ethan Vance. I'm 30 years old. I live in a small town in Oregon, working as a carpenter. Home renovations, decks, nothing fancy, but it keeps me busy. I rent a little house on the edge of town, not far from where I grew up. And that's where this story starts. Me and Liam Hayes, we met when we were 3, our mom's neighbors. There's an old photo my mom still keeps. Me and him in matching plastic firefighter helmets, covered in mud, both bawling for no reason. That kind of bond, it doesn't come twice. Same daycare, same schools. By high school, people just assumed we were brothers. We basically were. At 13, we made a pact. No girl, no fight, no job would ever split us up. Stupid as it sounds, we meant it. We had each other's backs through first heartbreaks, drunk behind the gas station, pretending not to care, bad grades, blamed the teachers, and even job interviews, wore each other's shirts for luck. When we were 17, Liam's dad passed. He didn't say much, didn't cry, just sat on my porch for hours. I sat with him, that's how it was. Words weren't always necessary. Then came college. He stayed in town, community college for business. I took a construction job, still together almost every day. After work, we'd meet at this diner on Maple Street, talk about life, girls, dreams. And then he met Olivia at the local bookstore. He kept going back, pretending he needed a new journal just to talk to her. One night, he called, voice full of something new. Man, I think I met my person. I met her 2 weeks later. Warm, funny, way too smart for either of us. I liked her immediately. She fit. She made him better. The night they got engaged, in my truck outside his place, he asked, "You'll be my best man, right?" "Only if I can ugly cry at the ceremony," I said. And I did. Not sadness, but deep in the chest, lump in the throat, happy. He'd found someone who saw him the way I did, maybe even better. That meant everything. Liam and Olivia were one of those couples that make you believe in real things. The way they looked at each other wasn't movie stuff. It was real, everyday, imperfectly perfect love. Their first son, Noah, arrived, and I brought balloons that said, "It's a dragon," an old joke. Then came Lucas a year later, and little Sophie 2 years after that. I became Uncle Ethan. Officially godfather, unofficially there every weekend. Pizza, broken toys, blanket forts. They weren't my kids, but never strangers. I remember Noah, maybe 5, grabbing my hand. "Uncle Ethan, when I grow up, I want arms like yours." I laughed. Liam yelled from the porch, "Don't encourage him. I still can't open jars. That was life." That? Good, simple, the kind you don't question because it feels so steady it'll never change. I didn't know what was coming. None of us did. The wedding day was overcast, but nobody cared. Outside, under a huge old oak at their aunt's property, I wore a dark blue suit Liam picked, said it matched my eyes. I told him that was weird. He told me to shut up and wear it. Standing beside him as he adjusted his tie for the 100th time, he wasn't nervous, just excited. "I'm doing the right thing, right?" he kept saying. "You're doing the best thing," I'd reply. When Olivia walked down the aisle, Liam just lost it. Cried right there. I felt something heavy in my chest. Pride. So damn proud, I cried too. Olivia still makes fun of me for it. After, they moved into a small house on Ashburn Lane. Creaky floors, a red door Liam painted. I helped them move, build furniture. The nest, we called it. They were happy. I was happy. I never felt left out. I felt included. Dinners all the time, a permanent fixture on their couch. Then the kids. Noah, then Lucas with his siren lungs, and then Sophie. Olivia almost didn't make it through Sophie's birth. It was rough. I sat in the waiting room for 7 hours. When Liam finally came out, drained but relieved. "They're both okay," he said. We hugged, both cried again, I think. The nest got loud, messy, beautiful. Drawings on the fridge, toys scattered, half-eaten apples. Chaos, but the good kind. Uncle Ethan didn't miss a birthday, showed up for every holiday, picked up kids from daycare, cooked badly when Olivia was sick. We were a team. I belonged. Then things shifted. Small at first, Liam feeling off, low energy, unexplained bruises. He joked, "Maybe I'm just getting old." He was 32, too young. Olivia made him see a doctor. I went with him. Sat in the lobby. When he came out, he just said, "They want to run more tests." More tests became hospital visits, scans, blood work. Then the diagnosis, leukemia. Aggressive, the kind that doesn't wait. He told me in his backyard, kids asleep, Olivia probably crying upstairs. Liam lit a cigarette, hadn't smoked in years. "This one's for the old days," he said. "I'm not scared for me, man." "I'm scared for them," I told him. "You're not going anywhere." He nodded like he wanted to believe it. The next few months were a blur. Chemo, weakness, hospital beds. I saw him fade, like a photo in the sun. Still tried to be himself. Jokes, football, mocking my haircut. But the fear was there. The worst day wasn't the last. It was when he couldn't pick up Sophie. She reached, "Dada." He just sat, shaking, unable to lift her. That broke him, broke me. He wrote letters for the kids, for each birthday until they turned 18. I helped seal them, his handwriting shaky. A few days before the end, he asked me to promise, "Be there for them. I know you will, but I need to hear you say it." I looked him in the eyes. "I swear to you, Liam, I'll never leave them." And then he was gone. No final words, no music. One day, fighting. The next, the hospital room was quiet, too quiet. At the funeral, I stood next to Olivia, held Noah's hand. Lucas sat on my lap. Sophie slept on her mother's shoulder. Olivia didn't speak. Her eyes said everything. I didn't cry. Had to hold everyone else together. That's what he would have done. And that's when I realized I wasn't just the best friend anymore. A love story born from an unbreakable friendship and a devastating loss. How does one navigate such a profound promise? If Ethan's loyalty and the family's quiet strength resonate with you, please consider subscribing to Hidden Love Stories. Your support helps us share these powerful narratives. Grief doesn't knock, it just shows up and unpacks. People disappeared fast after the funeral. "Let me know if you need anything," they all said. Most vanished. But I didn't, couldn't. I made a quiet promise at the cemetery, whispered to Liam's grave, "I'm still here, man." I've got them. The first weeks were numb. Olivia didn't sleep. The kids didn't fully understand. Noah cried at night. Lucas wet the bed. Sophie kept asking, "Where's Daddy?" I kept showing up. Morning, drop off breakfast. Evening, help with dinner. Put kids to bed if Olivia looked too tired. Didn't ask, just did. At first for Liam, but then for them too. Olivia didn't talk much initially. Functioning, but not there. One rainy night a month after, Lucas had a fever. Olivia panicked. "I can't do this. He always knew what to do." I told her, "It's just a fever, Olivia. He's okay." "You're doing fine." She looked at me, soaking wet. "Are we ever going to be okay again?" "I don't know," I said, "but we'll try." After that, something shifted. Not romantically. Just trust. I became a constant. Slowly, she let herself lean on me. I started taking the boys out weekends. Park, fishing, baseball. Sophie usually stayed with Olivia, but she'd hug me tight before I left. "Come back, okay?" Like she worried I wouldn't. Like she'd already learned loss. Sometimes I stayed for dinner. Sometimes I didn't leave at all. I fixed things around the nest. Leaky faucet, wobbly porch step, broken gate. Things Liam had meant to do. Part of me wanted to finish what he started. The kids started drawing pictures of us four, me included. Sophie showed me one, pointed at the tallest figure. "That's you. You live with us." I didn't. Not yet. But she wasn't exactly wrong. My own grief stayed quiet, tucked away. But it hit sometimes, like a punch. Finding a stupid note from Liam, or the first time I really laughed playing with the kids. Guilt, like betraying him by feeling joy. But grief changes. You learn to carry it differently. Olivia and I never talked about the future or the past. We lived day to day. One night, maybe 10 months after, I came by late after a double shift, kids asleep. House quiet. Olivia on the porch in an old hoodie of Liam's, sipping tea. "Didn't expect you," she said. "Never said I'd stop coming," I shrugged. She smiled, small, tired, but real. "They look for you, you know." "Every morning, like you live here." I sat beside her. "I know. No touch, no crossed lines. Just understanding." The next morning, Lucas ran to the door shouting, "Uncle Ethan's home." Olivia didn't correct him. It wasn't romantic. Not a replacement. Survival. Sometimes survival looks like breakfast at 7 a.m. and folding tiny socks in silence. I kept showing up. They kept letting me. That was year one. More would follow. Time doesn't heal. It reshapes pain. The first year was raw. Second, quieter. Third, a blur. By the fourth, I was living days, not counting them. Life kept going. Kids grew. Coffee brewed. I kept showing up. Every morning, drop by. Fix something. A loose cabinet, flickering light, bike chain, gave me purpose. Never moved in officially, but work boots by the back door, toothbrush upstairs, name on fridge magnets. Even Milo, the scruffy mutt they adopted, barked less when I arrived. Olivia never said stay, never asked me to leave. One Thursday, after Lucas's school play, we went for burgers. Sitting beside Sophie, I caught Olivia watching me. Eyes lingered. Something new. After dropping the kids with her sister, we sat in the car outside her house. Engine off. She stared out. "I forgot what it feels like to not feel alone," she said quietly. What could I say? That I felt the same? That I thought about her every damn day and sometimes hated myself for it? Instead, I reached for her hand. held it light. She looked down at our hands, then leaned her head on my shoulder, first time. No kiss, no confession, just silence, something shifting finally into light. After that, things changed, slowly, naturally. Still came over for the usual, but how she looked at me, different. And I looked back. It didn't feel wrong, not betrayal. Like two people climbing out of a hole. One Sunday morning, making breakfast, Noah cracking an egg, terribly. Shell everywhere. I laughed so hard. Olivia turned from the stove. You laugh like him sometimes. I froze. She stepped closer. Didn't mean that badly. I know. I see pieces of him in you. And it makes it easier. I nodded, whispered, he's still here, Olivia. In him. In you. She looked at me. And in you. That night, I kissed her unplanned. Undramatic, watching an old movie, kids asleep, she leaned her head on my chest. I looked down, met her eyes, everything aligned. She kissed me back. World got quiet. Afterward, she pulled away. What are we doing, Ethan? I don't know. But it doesn't feel wrong. No labels. Didn't tell the kids. Still Uncle Ethan. But inside, everything changed. I'd find her eyes on me. She'd rest her head on my shoulder more. Started saying we about plans, and I loved them. Not just her. Them. The noise, mess, responsibility, bedtime stories, 2 a.m. nightmares. Not filling a space, growing into one. Noah once asked, "Did you know Daddy a long time?" Longer than anyone. He nodded. Then I'm glad you're the one here now. I just hugged him, told him I loved him. By year 5, I was part of their life's blueprint. No wedding. Olivia didn't want another ceremony. This is just continuing, she said, just different. Kids never pushed to call me Dad. Sometimes by accident. Sophie at a school play ran over, hugged me. I looked at Olivia. She smiled, mouthed, "It's okay." That moment, the guilt let go. Not the memory of Liam, not the love, just the guilt. Not replacing him, honoring him by being the man he'd want standing next to his family. Some nights I still talk to him, out loud, on the porch. Still here, man, I whisper, still got them, always will. 5 years since Liam passed. If someone had told me then I'd be living in his house, raising his kids, waking up beside his wife, I'd have told them to get lost. Impossible. But life doesn't follow a script. It breaks things, hands you the pieces. Somehow we built something. I live here now. Fully, officially. Name not on the mailbox, no papers signed. But this house is home. This family is mine, in every way that matters. The kids are older. Noah's 10, obsessed with space, drawings of rockets everywhere. Lucas is 9, loud, sensitive, asking unanswerable questions. And Sophie, 7 going on 17, quiet strength like her mom. They don't call me Dad all the time. Sometimes it slips out. Tired, excited, scared. First time Lucas said it after a nightmare, "Dad?" I froze, went in, held his hand. He didn't say it again for a long time. That night never left me. Olivia and I, we're not flashy. No big dates, social media, no anniversaries. Not sure when we began, but she reaches for my hand at the grocery store, falls asleep on my shoulder, kisses my neck when she hands me coffee. Quiet, calm, real. Sometimes we talk about Liam, late at night. One night on the porch, starlit, smell of cut grass. She wore one of his old hoodies. "Do you think he'd be okay with all this?" she asked. I thought. He loved you more than anything. Loved those kids more than anything. He'd want them safe. happy, loved. That's all this is. She looked down. I still talk to him, you know. I do too, I said. No more needed. Some things don't need justification. They just are. A few months ago, Sophie drew her family for school. Herself, Noah, Lucas, Olivia, me, and Liam. Showed us at dinner. I looked at Olivia. She just smiled. That's beautiful, baby. Because it was. Liam is still with us, in stories, in their eyes. In Noah's focused, scrunched face, in how Lucas sits, one leg tucked, like his dad. We didn't erase him. Wouldn't want to. We built this life. Not out of guilt or obligation, but something deeper, a slow, quiet love. Growing in the cracks. The kids thrive. Olivia smiles more, real smiles. And me, I wake up with a reason to show up, not just for them. For myself, I still miss him, always will. But not stuck in the past. I look forward. Some Sundays, we all drive to the old cemetery. Kids bring drawings, Olivia, flowers, I bring coffee, silence. Tell stories, laugh sometimes, then drive home, all 5 of us. I think Liam would be proud. Not because I stepped in, but because I didn't let them fall. And now, when people ask if I have kids, I say yes. If I'm married, I say no, but I got everything I need. This isn't the life I planned. But it's the one I've built, and it feels right. From the depths of grief to a life rebuilt with love and unwavering loyalty, this is a testament to the resilience of the human heart. What are your thoughts on Ethan and Olivia's unconventional journey to becoming a family? We invite you to share your reflections in the comments. Your engagement helps us all understand the many hidden paths love can take. Thank you for being with us on Hidden Love Stories. Don't forget to subscribe and like if this story touched you.